the 11 and 12 times table. Let's have a look. So, what is 2 times 6? 12. 2 times 7? Actually, I don't need to write this in because it does it automatically, I think. 12. 14. What's next? 2 times 8? 2 times 9? Okay, now this looks very easy. Complete the number track. So it goes 10, 20, 30. Right, good. Now, 60 plus 12. 72, good. 70 plus 14. 84. 80 plus 16. 90 plus 18. Good, right. So this is a sort of recap to just get you ready. So there are 11 players in a football team. How many players are there in 4 teams? What do we need to work out for this one? Right, and what will that give us? 11 times 4, what will that give? 44. Let's see. Right, they do 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11, which gives, okay, 1, 10 plus 1, 1, 10, 1, 10, 1, 10, 1. So the idea is what you could do, you could add the 10s together, which gives you 4 10s, and then the 1s, which gives you 4 1s. And as you said, 44 is the answer. 4 10s and 4 1s, 44. Right, and the equation for this is, you said 4 times 11 equals 44. What could the next one be? 11 times 4, yeah. So 4 times 11, 44. 11 times 4 equals 44. It's just to show you that works both ways. There are 11 players in a football team. How many players are there in 5 teams? So from 55, which would be 5 times 11, which would also be 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11. Did I say it 5 times? I lost track. I hope so. Okay. There's 5 10s, 50, and 5 1s, 5. 55. 5 times 11 equals 55. 11 times 5 equals 55. Right. Now, we're not doing the 11 times table. We're doing the 12 times table. So there's a sort of connection here in that we just need to add 1 to each times we times it. Times we times it. Okay. So there we have 1. So that's 10 and 2 1s. And again, and again, and again, and again. So what was 11 times 5 again? Could you remind me? 55. So I'll just write that here. 5 times 11 was 55. So what do you think 5 times 12 will be? 60. Because there's just 1 5 missing. So we need to add 5 to the 55, yeah, to get our answer. Yeah, so, and the 11 times table is quite easy to do. I think you can see that because you just take the number you're multiplying by and just do it twice, as it were. Yeah, put 1 in the 10s and 1 in the 1s. Of course, when you get higher to 10 times 11 and above, then it gets trickier. But up until then, you just use the number you times it by. And then to work out the 12 times table, then you just need to add another one of these numbers. Okay, so 50 plus 10. 10 times 5 plus 2 times 5, okay? Gives you 60, as we said. Here's another way of showing it. So that's the 11 times table, which is 55 plus 5. 11 times 5 plus 1 times 5, okay? I think, for me, this one is probably the easiest way of doing it. Okay, 6 times 12. So what was 6 times 11? Right, 66. So what do we have to do to this 66 to get 6 times 12? Add 6, and that gives us 72. Right. Let's see. There, so okay, they've added, because we did 5 times 12 last time, so they added another 10 and 2 1s. There we go, there are 10s, which is 10 times 6, which gives us, what does 10 times 6 give us? 60. And then, yeah, there's our 60. And then it's 2 times 6, that gives us 12. So 60 plus 12 gives us 72, right, yeah, there we go. So again, you can see the answer here. What multiplications are represented in this array? Well, I suppose we have to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's the 11 times table. So it must be what is represented here. 11 times 7. Actually, I won't write it because I think it will appear. Or, as you said, 11 times 7 or 7 times 11. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So I shouldn't have written it. 11 this way and 7 that way. Okay, so they're showing now the 10 times table is even slightly easier than maybe the 11 times table. I don't know, actually. They're about the same. So they're showing that 10 times table plus 1 will give you the 11 times table. Yeah. Okay, that's the 10 times table, and that's the extra 1s to give you the 11 times table. 10 times table, 70. 1 times 7, 7. Okay. It's just to make it super clear what the 11 times table is, but I think you'll understand. How would the model change for 8 times 11? So how would we change the picture? That's right. So here you'd... that's not an S. That's... Yeah, sorry, this pen is a bit weird. So yes, you'd put an 8 here, okay? And then you'd just have a slightly longer... God, if you have a ruler, not like that. Yeah, then you'd have a slightly longer box, because of course there'd be more counters. And then it would be 80, and this would be 8, right? Okay. Now they're doing it for me. I needn't have drawn it in. Okay. That's much clearer this way than how I did it. How would the model change for 8 times 12? Okay, so we added 1 along here. How about for 8 times 12? Yeah, you could either make this one a 2, or you could just do another 1 and then go along here, yeah? Okay. And then this would be another 8. Okay, or like you said, you could just do 2 here, and then you'd have to add these 2 8s to make 16. Yeah, if you were to do this together. But I think it might be a bit easier to do it in 1s like that. Let's see how they suggest. So, oh, they do a 2. Okay, so there you go. You were right. 16. 8 plus 12 equals 96. No, 8 times 12, beg your pardon, equals 96. Right. A box holds a dozen eggs. Who knows what a dozen means? A dozen means 12. I don't know why they drew it like this. Let's see. A dozen means 12. What does half a dozen then mean? Just a quiz question. If a dozen is 12, 6, right? When we're looking at a dozen means 12. In this box, I think they have 24, yes, because they have 6 here, 6 here, 6 here, 6 here. I don't know why they say a box holds a dozen. So how many boxes are needed for 24 eggs? Well, there's 24 eggs here. So how many boxes go into 24 eggs? The pictures of... So 12 eggs goes 1 time into 24? Twice, yes. That is 12, right? Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, thank God. Right. Yeah, so this is my box of 12. They've confused you by drawing 24. This is my box of 12 eggs, and they want 24 eggs. They want to get 24 eggs. So how many of these boxes do I need? 2. So I need to buy 2 of these if I need 24 eggs, if I'm having an omelette party or something like that, pancake party. Okay, and now they're representing it in cubes. So there's how many cubes in this yellow row? 10. So there's 2 10s, and how many 1s? 4. Okay, and now let's see, I think they're going to separate them. So that's how many are in one box, which is 12. And then our second box here, which is another 12. Okay. There's the picture I wanted to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a good 3D image, yeah. Okay, here, there's the second box. Okay. 24 divided by 12 equals 2. 2 boxes. That's the equation. Right, continuing with the eggs. There are 24 eggs, shown here as counters. They are put into a dozen boxes. So they are put into 12 boxes. Okay, like this. So each one of these is a box. In other words, the equation would be 24 divided by 12. What does that give us? 2, yeah. Just a reminder, please mute yourself unless you're giving the answer, yeah? 24 divided by 12 is 2. Oh, there we go. And we can check by going 1, 2, these are my rubbish eggs, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so they have evenly divided up the eggs into each box. Okay, right, moving on. How many eggs are in each box? 2. There. Oh, they've done exactly what I just did. Okay, there we go. 24 divided by 12 equals 2. 2 eggs in each box. Grouping. Okay, so that was grouping that we did. Sharing, when you put the counters in each box, that's sharing. Okay? Think of a 2-digit number. They've given 24, let's see. reverse the digits to create a new two-digit number. So what would that be if you reverse these two digits? 42. 42 if you're reversing the digits. Find the sum of your two numbers. What does sum mean? What do you have to do? Addition. So you have to add these two numbers. Repeat with some other examples. What did you notice? So this one is 66. Let's try a different number. Can anyone give me a two-digit number? 12. Let's do 12. 12. That's an easy one as well. So then we reverse it like this. We do this. And what do we get 33. This one was 66. 34. Okay, I'll do 34 up here, where I've got some space, and then 43, and we have to add these two. That gives us 7, and of course this is the same, 77. Okay, so what do we notice about our results? Yeah, they're all from the 11 times table, and the 11 times table always has the same digit twice in it, up to the 10 times 11, then it changes a bit. Either way, there's a pattern that gives you multiples of the 11 times table. What's this? Okay, all divisible by 11, right? Yes, that's true. How many times does 11 go into 110? 10 times, good. How many times does 11 go into 8? Yeah, and 33. Good, they're easy, but 132 a bit more tricky. No, how many times does 11 go into 110? Good, 12, yeah, because it goes 10 times into this one, and 132 is just 22 more than this one, right? Which is 2 11s. 2 11s more than this one. So that must mean this is 12 times 11. Okay? Right, so we have 24 there, and they're adding 42. Let's see what they get. Okay, yeah.